And we're live. Hola, mi amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Surprise live? Yes, it's been a while, which I will share with you. It's amazing. This is a quickie live stream. I wanted to say hi, let you know I was thinking about you. And I have, strangely enough, a funny story, lesson, analogy from a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I burned my hand. I had first and second degree burns all over my right hand. As you can tell, it's still healing. Some of the deep blisters. This one was like the whole finger, really deep. Anyway, gross, I know. Burns are like nothing else. I have so much compassion and empathy for burn victims. It's a pain. It's indescribable. Let's just put it that way. So I have a nice lesson out of that story. Also, not for me to be lazy and put teacups in the microwave. You know, I shouldn't be heating my water up that way. I grabbed one of these craft mugs that some cousin gave us, and it's not tempered well, so when you heat it up too much, it's on fire. Not like a regular mug. I stuck my hand in there and grabbed it, and it burned my whole right hand, and it was searing pain like nothing else. Immediate, like blistering, and you know, it makes you realize if you're one hand dominant like I am, how life is so difficult when you can't use your hand. Anyway, so it's taken 3 weeks. That's some deep second degree burn. Taken me 3 weeks. And so when I grabbed that mug and felt that as I was pulling it out, I didn't even drop it, but set it down. It reminded me of this analogy about what I've been going through in the last now 5 weeks, this deep, intense self-inquiry process, experiment, coming out the other side, a really different person, more true to who I truly am, the higher self, not letting the patterned subconscious mind, the ego mind identity drive the bus of this incarnation anymore. Oh, the leaps and bounds in evolution, in consciousness, in love. It's like nothing else. I'm on a constant high. It's amazing. And it's been intense and revelatory as, you know what, if you've seen some of my writing about it. So I'll be sharing more about that. Anyway, yeah, what a process. Wow. We are here for self-mastery. That's why we're here. And I chose to take myself on as a full-time job, as the main directive of this incarnation, this lifetime, my purpose. And one day, most souls are going to wake up and do the same. So within the next 10 to 20 years, people will realize they came here for self-mastery. Anyway, more on that. Back to the analogy. In this self-inquiry process, which is in all waking hours, dissecting, deconstructing, bringing it to light, a huge revelation for me, a huge epiphany, aha, which is something I've spoken about in length on live streams before, is emotional mastery. Emotional mastery is the foundation to self-mastery. If one cannot manage and understand their emotions properly, they're going to be a tumbleweed blowing to and fro their whole lives, not in control of their mind and body. And that is the fate of most souls right now. And I see that clearly with absolute compassion because I've been there and I had to experience the depth of the contrast, the evolutionary tension. We say the roots down to hell to be able to have, I'm not paraphrasing this properly, but the tree rises the limbs to heaven. How do you know unless you've been at the other end? And I have been at the other end. And so it's very innate for me to have so much love and compassion for every other soul. I look at other souls as myself, oneness, Christ consciousness, I am you, you are me. I could not hurt another soul. I would be hurting myself. And why would I want to? Because everyone is a divine fractal of God. And when you come to that realization and that's embodied truly and tangibly known and experienced in your life, life spirals upwards. It's like nothing else. It's like a constant communion and walk with God, which is amazing. Hey Matt, how are you? Say hi. Where are you joining from? What part of the world? Matt, Stefan, we went to high school together. We have some great memories, don't we? Cheers. I made a fresh mango lassi. This is so good. Who's a fan of mango lassis? Oh, you know what I forgot to put in here is an extra shot of protein. You can add it. The secret sauce in a mango lassi is cardamom. When you know your spices. Ooh, that's good. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I did promise to make this a quickie live stream. There's going to be a lot more lives coming your way. And videos, film series, all of it. I needed to go deep into the self-inquiry process and hermitage myself away for it. Matt says, hi, Amie from Colorado. Oh, nice. Now that's a good state for you. Matt loves the great outdoors, outdoor sports and adventures. I'm with you on that. I also love the great outdoors. This is one of the first days in Wisconsin that I can actually be outside in a shirt versus all bundled up, although we have snow coming 3 times this week. So yesterday I walked over 9 miles, today probably the same. I just love being outside. I live outside. So Matt, I got you on that one. Anyway, self-inquiry in this personal, intense, revelatory dissection and deconstruction of my subconscious patterns and my ego mind identity, which in hindsight now I fully realized was driving the bus. Most people, and they don't even know it, and they don't realize why they're so utterly dissatisfied, unfulfilled, and filled with stress, anxiety, and depression. Exhausted. It's because the ego is driving the bus. And until you deconstruct what's making you tick unconsciously, subconsciously, you become the conqueror of your mind and your body. Because otherwise it's all subconscious programming. And I'll say a lot of it's innocent enough, you know, from families and church and education and society. Some of it is draconian and predatory. However, most of it's innocent because it's a perpetuating cycle from the lineage of our family and societal structures that they just keep perpetuating, and then the belief systems, the biases, the judgments, all of that, until one steps in and says, enough. I am not going to be on autopilot this whole existence, absorbing all of these belief systems and prejudices and biases and the patterns without thoroughly investigating, are these really mine? Is this really me? And during this process, it's more coming soon. There's like lifetimes on this theme alone. I realize a lot of my life force is my energy, which is our most precious currency as a soul, physically incarnate. Our energy is our currency. It is our most precious asset thing that we have. And I've spent a lot of it leached, a lot of it bled it out like holes in the boat, is worry and rumination. Those two right there. So if all of our power is in the present moment, which is all there is, more on that, all our power is now, only now. Yet so many of us, and I know because I have, leached my precious energy, my life force, living in the past, which is rumination, right? Ruminating, reliving, digging that story back up, or that traumatic event, or whatever. It's still alive in the system, in all our body systems, and deeply like the spinny hamster-wheeled mind leeching our life force. So rumination and worries in the future, right? Two ways that we use our precious energy, life force, imagination. And we lose our power, we give it away. So back to ruminating. A couple of my teachers, which I'll be sharing more about. Hey Carl, how's it going? Have used really great metaphors and analogies for whenever you have one of those subconscious patterns coming up, like rumination. Even if it's something that just happened and that you're still there, you're ruminating, or you're still going, right? As if it's still alive, and it is still alive in your energy field. Imagine that rumination, that thing that you're just, that story or whatever it is that you're leeching your precious life force out on, not being present, is like a red hot poker. Now back to the story of me and my first and second degree burns all over my hand, now finally just healing the deep blisters. The big blister peel off happened a week ago, and that was gross. First and second degree burns. So me grabbing that really steaming hot mug that hadn't been like the right tempered material, it was one of those craft gift mugs, I grabbed it in its, I spent, I don't know how many minutes it was sitting in the microwave. I grabbed it with my whole hand and gave myself first and second degree burns. It's like holding on to that mug as an example. It's how I started this live stream. You wouldn't just sit there and hold a mug that's burning your hand first into second degree burns and just hold it if you knew it's hurting you, right? You let go or you put it down, drop it. Well, if you can imagine what all of these rumination is doing to us, it's leeching our life force, taking away our power, lowering our vibration, not allowing us to live where our power actually exists, which is the present moment. We keep holding on, we keep grabbing those steaming hot mugs and burning ourselves, hurting ourselves. And stress and anxiety and depression lower our lifespan. So not only are we reducing our lifespan, we're reducing our health span and our mental health, our quality of life by rumination, holding on to something, telling a story over and over again. Oh, this trauma happened to me, and I'm now going to make that part of my identity and ruminate about it all the time. Leeching our life force. I mean, all those bad things, we're effing ourselves up. Why do we do that? Programs, indoctrination, patterns. That's why I went into this 5-6 hibernation week of self-inquiry like nothing else. Full-time job, so I can own my mind throughout the rest of this lifetime and actually step into the power of who I truly am in communion with higher self and God. That's where our power is. How can we be in communion if we're letting the ego mind identity run the bus? And that's why I keep coming back to these great analogies. Like, this is a mango lassi, it's good. Me grabbing that hot mug, ow, burning my hand, first and second degree burns. Has taken now 3 weeks to heal my hand. The pain was excruciating. I did it at night. I had to sedate myself, take major pain pills, and tape my hand with ice to be able to go to sleep. That's how bad it was. Pain like nothing else. So we keep hurting ourselves. Let's continue with this metaphor by holding on to those rumination, those stories that we tell, the past traumas. Hey William, how's it going? Say hi, where are you joining? You guys are quiet. We keep hurting ourselves, messing up our lives, and probably creating not only suffering for ourselves, but many others. So imagine a hot red poker. If you grabbed one, would you just let it keep burning your hand? Ow, ow, man, this really hurts. This pain is like nothing else, but nope, I'm going to hold on to it. It's a part of me now. It's a part of my story. You wouldn't do that, right? It's like me in the mug. Drop it. Let go of it. Release it from the energy body too. Hold on one second. Got a call coming in. So If you would like to use this as a touch point for yourself, whenever you come across your rumination, digging up a story, a past trauma, even some interaction that just happened, sorry, another call coming in, with someone, that could have just happened in your life, or it could have been 20, 30 years ago. And the idea of just, okay, I want to let go of it. I don't want it to hurt me anymore. And I'm also probably hurting others too. Drop it like a red hot poker. Drop it like that hot mug that burned my hand. Let go of it. You're not going to hold on to it anymore. So keep that running, that image in your mind. Am I going to hold on to this? No, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to release it. I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to forgive instantaneously. This puts you back in the present moment, back in your power, back in communion with higher self, which is where your power is. That's who you truly are. This is just a silly but also powerful example of how we give our power away, our precious life force, our energy, our main currency, and how quickly we can get it back. We can claim it back. Try this one on for size if it resonates. It sure has for me. My ability to not ruminate, to drop something really fast, like my instant shift is just like, boom, ooh, I feel lighter, happier, more aligned, more harmonious. I'm not fighting myself, shadowboxing myself, which is what a lot of people are doing. I know because I did it. If you want to get your power back, and all souls do, try this one on for size. Play with it. Red hot poker or steaming hot glass, whatever works for you. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Release it. Clean up the energy, and you are going to feel a million times better. So more coming on this topic. Can you tell this is an alignment for me? It sure is. I have so much to share with my soul family in oneness, in unity consciousness, in Christ consciousness, which is where we're all moving. It's what we came here for. And it is my honor and pleasure and purpose to share this with you. So more coming soon. Stay tuned. I hope you're having a really good Monday. Share this live stream. Let's get these types of messages out into the world. And I'll be doing some more live streams this week, so stay tuned. Mwah! Love you. And I'll see you on the next video.